All that orange stuff, brake dust, industrial fallout, all kinds of contaminants that were in the paint. This is what the clay bar originally looked like. This was the original, right? And this was all that was attached to the paint. See that? Greetings everybody, this is Oscar with OQ Detailing. I want to make a short video and explain a little bit about what a clay bar is and what a clay bar treatment is. So a clay bar is basically, as the name says it, it's a bar, it's a clay that's a bar, so clay bar, right? Pretty self-explanatory there. But there's other forms. For example, this one right here, this is a clay mitt. There's clay towels, there's different forms. But the purpose of these tools is to remove contaminants that are bonded on the top of the clear coat. So we just washed the vehicle, so even if you wash the vehicle, these contaminants, they do not come off. For the most part, what it is when you use your brakes, it releases brake dust, which is like orange color, and then the brake dust gets on your vehicle, also industrial fallout and other forms of contaminations and pollutants in the air fall on your vehicle. One of the ways that they get embedded is that in the morning, the dew of the morning, the water droplets kind of encapsulate that brake dust and those contaminants. And throughout the day, as the sun comes out, the sun bakes them into the clear coat. So that's kind of one of the ways that it gets attached. However, these tools, the way you use them is you apply lubricant over the paint and then you glide it back and forth. And then basically what they do is, in this case, for example, these, as you see, they kind of have like holes. So for this one, they kind of shave off the contaminants for the most part. Now this one removes the contaminants off the clear coat, off the paint, and they get attached into the clay bar itself. So they get attached in here, and then you flip it to a new side, and that's how you continue doing it. They both have differences. For the most part, the original clay bars are better at removing the tougher contaminants, and you can see what kind of contaminants they are because it's visible. These, because they're black, you're not able to tell as much how much contamination you removed. But the great things about these is you can use them 20, 40 times depending on the quality and which ones you get. You're able to use these more, and because they have a bigger surface area, they are able to help you do the decontamination process faster. So these are faster, and also these, if you drop them, you can just rinse them off really well and you can use them again. A clay bar, you have to be very careful because if you drop it, you can't reuse it again. You have to throw it away. So they just have differences, but regardless, I want to show you a test spot. I'm going to show you the before and after. Doing the clay bar treatment, and you go back and forth in a crosshatch pattern, you feel how it goes from very coarse to very smooth and slick, and that's the ultimate goal. So you keep gliding until you get to that point. The point of it, you feel the slickness, you feel the smoothness. So you just keep going back and forth all over the panel. So this one, it probably hadn't been clay bar in a long time, a couple of years maybe, so it has a lot, and it's very grabby, actually very hard because there's a lot of it. This is what the clay bar originally looked like. This was the original, right? And this was all that was attached to the paint. See that? You want to do this about, I would say every 6 months is a good time frame, especially if your car's outside. Another benefit of this is, the reason why you want to do this is that not only does it make your paint coarse, it makes it dull. So because there's all these contaminants that are not allowing the sun to reflect off the paint as easily, because they're hindering that pretty much. And the last thing is that when you want to apply a wax or a sealant or ceramic coating, any form of protection, if the paint has a lot of contamination, the protection, the wax or sealant, it will bond to the contamination and not directly to the clear coat. So that will hinder its performance, its durability, and its longevity. So you want to make sure it's smooth, it is decontaminated. You can also use an iron remover, which is a chemical, that's chemical decontamination. This is mechanical with the clay bar. So you go ahead and do that, and then you can apply your protection, your wax, your sealing, your ceramic coating. That way it bonds and adheres properly to the clear coat and not just to the contamination. So I hope you learned something new. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach us at oqdetailing.com. Thank you so much.